Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a couple of weeks, I know, but life has been a little bit crazy and I've had a lot on, so I am back and I am filming some videos today. In today's video, I wanted to talk to you about fixing an old sewing machine. Some of you may remember that earlier on in the year, I set kind of some things that I wanted to do in this channel that I wasn't able to do previously, and I wanted to pursue more vintage videos, and that includes sewing some garments myself. You might have seen my pixie hood a month or so ago, and I did that all by hand and it took all day and it really was quite a stressful experience. So I really wanted to get a sewing machine. Now, I have a bit of a long and varied history with sewing machines. I do actually own two sewing machines already. One of them is from the 1920s, one of them is from the 1960s, and I was very kindly gifted this one, which looks to be from the early 80s, by my partner's family earlier this year whilst they were sorting out a house clearance. So when I received this machine, it came with a number of knickknacks that sort of belonged to the machine that the previous owner had lovingly kept with the machine. So these were things like needles, bobbins, and just little bits like that, like screwdrivers that came with the machine, as well as the manual, which is very, very handy to have the manual for the machine that you're looking at and working with. It didn't seem to work, so we were very lucky. It's an electric machine. We plugged it in and the electrics worked fine. It has a little light bulb came on. It seemed like the motor wanted to go, but we couldn't work out why it didn't want to. So we unscrewed everything and we found out that basically hang on, I'll get the correct terminology. So here is the manual. So it's hard to see here. So this is the sewing machine from the top down. So here is the arm shaft, and these two here are underneath, and they're the bed shaft, and basically they had completely seized up. So although the motor was trying to pull them around, it just couldn't get any grip on them and they just wouldn't move. So what I did about a month ago is I went in with some of the oil that came with the machine and I went over all of those parts, and then I just left it because I was hoping that all of the oil would like seep in, make everything start moving again. And then, yeah, life got in the way a little bit. Probably shouldn't have left it a month, but I did. So that takes us to yesterday when we decided to have a proper look at it. Chris and I both had some time and we thought, you know what, let's get this going because I really want to start doing some projects with the sewing machine. We started off by unscrewing everything, getting it back to where I had it when I put the oil in, and then we noticed there was a little tiny bit of movement in it, so we decided to switch it on and let the motor try and do its thing, and surely but slowly it started to turn. So at first of all it would only turn like a certain amount, and then after a little bit of coaxing it started to move a bit more. We then added in some WD-40. WD-40 is really useful because it breaks down oils really, really easily, and it can get into places that a lot of other oils can't. And then after we'd done this and left it for a few minutes, it slowly started to move, and eventually it started working and the needle started going up and down, and yeah, we got it working. It was quite a feat. After that, we noticed that the machine pulley wasn't quite spinning it how it should, so after looking in the manual, we managed to adjust that, and once we dropped down the motor, it then managed to tighten the pulley, and it meant that we were able to get that going as well. So after we cleaned it all up and got residual WD-40 out of the way, there was quite a lot of it that had gone into the bottom of the machine, we decided that we would have a look at the bobbin and make sure the bobbin was all wound, which it was, and it was fine, but it did need a little bit of adjustment just because the thread in it was a little bit old and I didn't want to waste the thread. And then we also made sure that we could string the needle in perfectly. I made sure that I had the right size needle in. I went for a size 14, which is good for cottons, and we popped that all in. I'm looking over here because I can see it in my eye. Once we did that, we managed to sew a little bit of fabric and it was amazing. We were all very excited about it. Then the foot pedal decided to break, so we had to go in and try and fix that. I think that's pretty much sorted, but we are still having some problems with the pressure regulator. For some reason, something has moved in it and we've got it all apart, but we're just trying to get it all together and it's being a little bit of a pain in the butt. But it does seem to sew without it, so hopefully the tension is okay on it. So I might try a few things out and see how it goes. I decided to have a little bit of a go on it, seeing as it was working, and managed to make a tiny little cushion of it. Obviously, I wouldn't be using black thread normally, but we sprayed it with catnip and filled it with fluff. So it's now a little cat toy. I decided to use this really pretty yellow fabric just to test because it's a really nice weight cotton. It's good for dresses. And you can see we have stitches. So I'm pretty happy about that. That's basically what this video is. Hopefully it means that in the very near future I can start doing sewing projects. I'm really excited to do that, and I'm really excited to start drafting and amending patterns so they fit a plus size body. And yeah, we'll just keep you posted. I'm really excited about it. That is everything I think I have to say for today, which was quite a lot in a short period of time. If you like this video and you're excited for sewing videos coming up, please like and subscribe to this channel, where I try and make videos every week if I can, and I hope to see you around. Bye.